Well, good morning. Welcome back to Middleburgh here on Farming Simulator 22. Today, well, the month of June here on the farm is going to be extremely busy. Have so much to do. And if we don't have all the equipment we need, we're going to have to make a purchase. But first things first, we have got to do a little bit of mowing. You see, starting to get some product there out of that house. So you see the grass has now grown up here in this field. So first things first, I'm going to do a little mowing here and see how the old Ford does with the bush hog back here. Now I know this is not what we would normally mow grass with for baling or whatever, but it's what I have. It works in the game and it's what I'm going to use. Hopefully at some point I do want to get a proper mower, but right now we're using what we have. Though it does appear that the old Ford is pulling this along just fine, not missing a beat. Really doesn't seem like the hill is bothering it any either, so that is actually really nice. Oh, I don't have access to that land. I wonder how I was able to plow over there and plant it. That's interesting. But yeah, so we have a lot going on today. The barley, I believe, is ready. So we're going to have to try and get that in. I don't know if I will start on that this episode, but I do need to buy a combine so that we can harvest the barley. We're going to have to get this baled up. Now I don't know if I want to make hay out of it or silage. I already have some silage bales. Actually, you know what? We're going to make silage, and I'll tell you why. A little while back, and I didn't put this into the episode. I think it was actually occurred in the middle of an episode or between episodes. I had found a sale item in the shop and went ahead and purchased it. And that is, take a look here. Where it is, it's the bell wrapper. So this is actually down at the shop. I have not brought it up to the farm yet, but I figured I'd give that a shot. I haven't used that yet. So we're going to try and see if that won't be an easy way to make some silage bales. I don't have to buy a baler wrapper or a wrapper to pull behind the tractor. We'll just bring the bales to it. So that should be interesting. I haven't used that yet, so pretty excited about trying that. And then I'm really excited about the harvester. Now I'm not going to give it away. Some of you may have an idea if you keep up with some releases that may or may not be on the mod hub. But yeah, I am really excited. I think this harvester is just going to be like spot on for this farm. So really excited. Can't wait to use it. It appears to be a really well put together mod. So I think it is going to be pretty good to use. Now let's see if I can get a little bit of this grass over here. Yep, it is mowing it down. Some of it. Yep, that is good enough. So this bush hog is actually, well, it is a little bit big for this tractor, even though the tractor has 100 horsepower. Normally on a tractor of this size, I guess you would probably use maybe a 5 or 6 foot bush hog. So this one is quite a bit bigger than the tractor there, so uh, definitely not realistic. I don't think you would pull a bush hog this big behind a tractor this small. Horsepower is not everything. We gotta have some weight to be able to get traction. You gotta have strong enough lifts. The 3-point there on the back to be able to pick up the implements, and then of course you have to have some weight in the frame so it doesn't lift the front. So yeah, I think this is probably a little big for this tractor, but for the game purposes it is working, and we're gonna make it work. Let me pull up the yield here. It looks like we're getting some pretty decent yield, so that's definitely a good thing there. And this is going very smoothly. I'm actually really pleased with this combination. The tractor's not struggling any at all, really. Obviously a wider cutting swath would be a little better, but this field is not very big, so it won't take too long to run through here and get this taken care of. Oh, the yield is actually pretty bad up here. The soil must be different. Well, it is more than we had. I didn't have this field before it started, so that is better than nothing. The greenhouses will run back down there, or be down on that part of the farm here in a little while, but the greenhouses did produce some more broccoli, lettuce overnight, so that is coming along. The farm shop has some product there out in front we'll need to potentially sell at some point. And of course the factory, the sawmill factory down there in town, is still cranking out the pellets, so we are doing really good. The chickens are starting to produce a little more egg each day, so that's really good. Now we just got to get the cows going, and we should be able to rock along pretty good. We got some big harvests coming up. We've got this hay harvest or grass harvest. We'll have the barley and the oats. I wonder when the oats will be ready. We'll have to check that out. So they won't be too far. I don't think it takes oats very long to grow. And then we'll have more corn. So it's going to be busy from here on out for a couple months here in game. We're going to be very, very busy, which is a good thing, because busy means we are hopefully making some money. Now I guess if I could hire a worker, let me try this here real quick. Let's see what'll happen. Okay, so yeah, it is a field. The worker actually it's doing a pretty good job. While it's doing that, let's just take a look at a couple things here real quick. So we do have the fields up here. We have the barley is ready. The oats is in field 7, so that is probably going to be ready next month. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming along. We still have some honey being produced. Well, that actually is working out pretty good. Now, one thing I cannot remember, if I have a rake. I don't. I don't have a rake. Okay, so I need to get that. So while the helper is working there, let's go ahead and purchase a rake. Let's take a look. I have not looked at the used vehicle sales. Wow, there's a lot of nice things in there. Ooh, the telehandler could be very useful. Got a pickup truck, another Massey. Well, I don't really need much of that. All right, so we need a rake here. I want to go a little bit bigger than I had before. Let's see what we have here. I think we will go with this one here. It is 8.5 meters. The one I had before, I think I rented this one here. So that was 4.7. So it'll be about the same, but instead of having to go down and come back, we can do it all in one pass. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase that hay rake. And actually what I'm going to do, I think the worker's going to be okay. We're just going to leave them going for now. And let's find a tractor here. Get that lowered down and disconnected, and we will be off to the shop to pick up that rake. Now, I probably should have took the other tractor because it's actually a little faster. But that's okay. You see across the way the barley is ready, and we will be baling up that straw as well. So that'll be a little extra for us to capture and sell and possibly use in some production. Or we may end up using some of it for cows and make manure instead of slurry. I'm not real sure. But I don't think I'll be selling it. Look at that tire up front squishing down over these bumps. I tell you, that's one of the features of the Farming Simulator 22 that I do appreciate, is some of the visuals that we have that we didn't have, like the tire squishing under load. That is just a nice touch. Well, I have got a little ways to go. I'm going to go ahead and just run this guy down and pick up the rake, get it back up to the farm, and then we'll just see you back there. All right, we're back down here at the farm. Got the rake down here. I had to go up there and handle the top side of the field there for the worker, but we got them back going here. There's not much left for the worker to handle for us, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started raking up the grass here. And I think what I want to do is I want to go ahead and make this first round, we'll make silage out of it, and then the next round of grass we'll make hay, and that way it'll give me both types of product there for the cattle. But going with the silage this first go around, that'll give it time to go ahead and start fermenting. And it looks like the worker has quit on me. Let's see what happens here around this little area. Looks like it's going to be okay. Good. I was worried about actually it is missing a little bit there. Worried about the ownership of the land, if that was going to cause me any problems with raking, but it did not appear it did. the stump here, but I got really close with the mower. Alright, this guy here, let me go ahead. It's flying through the air there. I was taking a screenshot just before this recording segment here, so I forgot to adjust my height there on my character. Alright, that is probably going to get stuck, but we'll just let them go and see what happens. Hopefully they won't, maybe they'll stay out of the trees. Alright, we have almost made one full pass around the field. Now the other thing that I'm gonna have to get is a baler. I don't have a baler. Really didn't think this through too good, did I? I started off doing all of this work and I don't have all the equipment. Looks like the helper's doing okay so far. That is a good sign. So I did want to try and go with square bales, just because they are easier to bale. You just go through it. You don't have to stop. So we're gonna try and see if we can find something to buy. I normally tend to use round bales a lot just because that's what I know. I've actually only seen those large square bales one time in my entire life, and that was actually not too long ago on the interstate. I saw a truck, a semi-truck that had a load of them that was heading down the interstate, so that was actually really neat. I had no idea how big those bales are. I mean, they are huge. And a lot of what I dealt with growing up is the little small bales, the 40, 50, 60 pound bales, unless it was my neighbor baling millet, and then they were 80 pound bales. But that and the round bales is all I have really had experience with, so the large square bales is definitely something kind of new to me. So let's go ahead, while we're waiting on the helper there, let's take a look and see what kind of square balers I have here. That could be interesting. The New Holland, that's a round baler there. We have a lot of different ones to choose from. Obviously these are much bigger. I can't power those. They go to 240, and this one down here goes to 220, so not the biggest baler. Oh, that one goes to 240. Huh. And only needs 95 horsepower. That's what we'll do. So let's see here. PKTs. What kind of tires do we have? Well, I am good Ooh, I like those little skinny ones. That, actually, that's even better right there. We'll go with the off-road looking. We'll do... Let's just do the plain yellow. We'll add, we've got to have safety here. So fire extinguishers, yes. No registration. The silage additives tank. I don't know that that's worth it if it does anything. Rim color, we'll just leave it as yellow. Good with that. I'm good with that. So, all right, what are we going to do here? Let's get this fella out of the way. Yeah, I don't know if that silage additive is worth the hassle having to buy the additive and put it in the extra equipment on the baler. I don't know. I used it once in a little personal play, and it didn't seem to make that much of a difference. Now, maybe it does. I don't know. But it didn't seem to. So I have not used it since then. If you guys have any information or experience with it, I haven't watched any tutorials or anything on that. So maybe it does. I don't know. Alright, so we are going to send that fella down to the shop, and we'll continue on raking here. So as soon as I get the notice that he has made it, we will click over and hook up the baler and I get that down here. Using our farm workers today to help us get through this activity. And what I may actually do, I'm not sure what size the round bales I made last time. Those, if they are smaller than what I can make with this baler, I'll probably save those to feed or mix for cow food. And then I can use these larger bales to sell. The only thing I'm worried about is the little skid steer. I don't know how it's going to handle those bales. They may be too heavy. Come on, tractor, let's go. There we go. So we don't have much left on this field here, just a couple passes up here, and then just a few passes down on the lower side there, and we'll have this all raked up. I'm actually just going to pull all of this together here. And I think I can get it all in one strip here. We will see. Alright, so we got the fella down at the shop. So let's stop here. Let's switch over to him real quick. That way we can get him back on his way. And there's the bale wrapper there. Actually, can I pull? I can pull both of them. Does that have a hitch on? No, it doesn't. Oh well. Worth a shot. Alright, there we go. We got that hooked up. So back to the farm we'll send him. And we'll hop back over to the rake and finish up this field here. Man, I hate when I get sections like this where there is some pretty good angles. With a rake like this, it becomes a little bit difficult trying to get in here between the rows and not disturb what I've already done. Alright, it is coming along there. I got a couple spots that's not great, but we can probably pick it up with a baler without too much trouble. Probably should not be trying to start from a stop here on this much of a incline, but we'll get it done there, and that is it. The rake is done. Get this thing folded up somehow, get turned around. So that looks good. Got a lot of grass, a lot of rows, much more than I had before. And the question is going to be, where do I keep this rake? Because trying to put it in that barn over there, I really need some more storage. And you know, it's funny, I did not think I was going to build very much over here on this farm. And I've already put in a wood chipper, a factory, 3 greenhouses. So yeah, so much for that. But we'll just tear it all down when we move and start over on the new farm. Alright, we'll go ahead and take over with this guy here, and let me go ahead and check the settings here in the baler. Bale size we are going to change. We'll see if we can make the big bales there. And while I'm thinking about it, I'll go ahead and run over here and take a look at these bales. Let's see. They are only 3,500 liters, so I think that is the smallest size on the bales. So yeah, so we'll hang on to those to feed to the cows, and then the bales we make here in this field, we'll probably use them to sell. Alright, let's see how this baler handles here behind the Ford. Has some nice uh-oh, what is going on here? Not sure what was going on there. Well, this tractor is struggling quite a bit. But it almost seems like the baler is trying to drag on the ground or something. I don't know. I don't see any options there. I have a cover, but I don't know why it keeps... It's like those bales are not ejecting for some reason. Huh. Well, that's not good. That is not good. I wonder if it has to do with the tires. No, I think it's something to do with those bells. That, huh. Yeah, because it's moving along fine now when there are no bells there on the chute. But just as soon as we get a bell out there to the end, yep, it slows it down so much. Huh, that is a little bit odd. I wonder if a different tractor would work a little different. If we had a different height on the back. I think I will try that. I mean, it's doing okay on the downhill side. Ooh, I missed a bunch there. Just looking at this thing here. I wonder. Yeah, I don't see anything that I can adjust. Let's try a different tractor, just to see what happens here. Just gonna pull this one over right here. Let's hop into this one. We'll see what it looks like. Oh my goodness. Just well, those eggs are shot. I did not see them. They are broken for sure. What are we looking at? It still looks like it's on the ground. I don't think that made any difference there. We'll see here in just a moment. Oh wow, this may be worse. Well, you win some, you lose some, I guess. The other thing I could potentially try. Let's just look at something here real quick. Look at the tires here, and I do have the mobile workshop here, so let me look at the tires again and see if anything changes here. Now, those were a little taller. Those are really tall. What do I have on there? What did I have? Oh yeah, look, that is... Let's just try that and see if that changes anything. I don't think it did. Don't think it did. Now we're gonna have to go back to the other tractor to this one. Well, here we go. Well, it may be off the ground just a little bit more. Maybe just enough. Let's see what happens here when this bale gets to the end. Well, that does seem to be a little better. So maybe that was it. The tires were just a little too small and had the bales dragging there into the ground before they could eject. Come on, tractor. Well, I missed some spots there. Just trying to get that ejected, so it does seem like it's still a problem. That chute really needs to be a little higher, I think, is what's going on there. But anyhow, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I have spent enough time struggling here. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the baling here, and then we'll hop back in just well, for you guys, in just a second. Well, the baling is done, and I got the wrapper up here to the farm, but I believe I need a pretty long space in order to let this thing run. So I think what I'm going to do is start it up. Let's see, I think it'll roll backwards is how it will work. So let's start it out maybe about right here, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so we'll leave that tractor there, and I think I need to get in here and unfold it. Let's see, do I need to do anything else? It does not appear so. Oh, I can drive this thing. Huh. Well, that's cool. Alright, so it looks like it's kind of lined up that way. Alright, so now we need to collect some bales. And what I'm going to do is use the trailer, and we'll run around and pick up all the bales. Bring them over to the wrapper, and then we'll use the skid steer to load the wrapper. Unfortunately, the skid steer is kind of slow, so I could use it to go grab all the bales and bring it back, but that would just take far too long. So we're just going to use the trailer here. We'll get a load. And then there we go. And to select the trailer for it to load up the bale. Now this is a little different with this auto load trailer. It takes a little bit of time to get these because I have to stop and hit the key every single time. It's not like some of the other auto load trailers that will just pick it up as you run by, so a little bit different, but it does work well. Ooh, the truck is having a little trouble on that hill too. Matter of fact, the bales are not loading very well. They are moving around a bit. as the trailer is at an angle. Oh, went too far on that one. And that's full. Alright, so let's see, I think this trailer will unload off to the left. I may be able to change that, but I'm not sure. So let's just pull up along here. Almost hit the tractor. And there we go. So they're closer to the wrapper there, and I can get to them. And so now, can I squeeze through here? Yep. We'll get the skid steer. Now, I don't have any bale spikes. All I have is the pallet forks. But we will pretend that they are bale spikes. We'll just assume that I'm getting underneath the bales. How about that? Question's going to be, will it pick them up? Well, that chicken thought I was bringing it some food, didn't it? I'm going to go ahead and grab this bale while I'm driving past. It does seem to pick them up okay. Alright, so I believe I set these in here somewhere. What is going on here? Huh. Do I have to turn this thing on? Well, why is this not working? That is interesting. Huh. I have a feeling. Oh, these are only 2,800 liters. I may have made a big mistake buying that baler. Well, folks, I don't know what is going on here. Let me see what's going on here. Just, I'm gonna try a few things to see. Oh, okay, so there's trying. Well, I think what is wrong is this bale is too long. It won't fit through the wrapper. $240cm. And the wrapper goes up to 240cm. Something is wrong with these bales. That has got to be it. Let's see if I can throw it through. See, it won't pick it up. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, what have I done? I do have a bunch of grass. I could keep it for the sheep. Oh, I just want to throw that in the woods. Just chunk it. Well, folks, I messed up. I have messed up. So, let me... Oh, gosh. Let me figure something out. Well, folks, you see I have the grass bales, well, some of them, loaded up here on the trailer. So I did a little looking around and trying to figure out what may have been causing the issue. Well, the issue is that the baler makes bales that are too big to go in that wrapper. So instead of fighting this, I don't know of a way that I can get these wrapped. I'm not sure if that there is a wrapper out there that will wrap them. I did look into maybe some fermenting silos or something like that may accept bales, but I'd have to put one of those in, and I really don't want to do that here on this farm. I looked at possibly using a food mixer or a grinder or something like that to break these bales back down, put them back out on the ground, and then rebale them. But got to thinking, by the time I spend the time doing all of that, buying or leasing whatever's needed to do all of that, probably money ahead, just go ahead and just sell these. I thought about hanging on to them because I think we're going to have sheep when I move over to the next farm, but realistically this grass would not last that long, so we're just going to sell them. Going to get rid of them, cut my losses. This did not go the way I thought it would, so kind of it's on me for not doing my due diligence on checking into that baler. So it is what it is at this point. We're just going to go ahead and sell them and then move on. I don't know what else to do. Also, the baler is gone. Well, it's not gone yet, but I am going to take that back down to the shop and get it sold. Just don't want to fool with the headache of it. I think there is a sell point here. We had issues with the chute dragging on the back, and then now with the size of the bales. That is another issue I just don't want to deal with. So I'm going to sell that baler. I'm actually really excited about it. I thought it was going to fit in on the farm very well, and it does. It just doesn't work for me, so we'll just move on, and next time hopefully we can get some bales wrapped. But I do need some hay as well, so gotta play some catch up there on the grass field. So why is this not selling here? Oh, do I have to unload these things? Oh, there we go. Had to unstrap them. Well, so 4, 5, 6, around $6,000 for that. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Could have made so much more money if they had been silage. Oh well, it is what it is, and I'll just take the lump and move on there. That is my bad. So anyway, we're going to head back up here to the farm. I want to pick up the remaining bales. There's not too many left over there, and then get them down here to sell. I'll take the baler down, go ahead and sell it back to the shop, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to do a harvest. Actually, you know what I need to do? I need to try that roller and see if that works. Let's do that real quick before I go. We'll get up here to the farm. I want to see if that roller makes any difference on the grass with precision farming. That is something I have not looked into, haven't tried. So that will be interesting. Actually, let's let a helper get us back up here to the house, and I'll jump over here. So yeah, we do have the baler hooked up. I'm going to get rid of that. And the roller is way back up in the back of the barn. Let's see if I can snake it out of here. That worked out. Alright, let's get over here. Let's take a look and see what the roller will do. Once this grass has been cut, I want to turn on the little mini HUD there. Okay, so nothing happens on the mini HUD, but it is definitely adding a state of fertilization there. So let's look at the map here. Look at the precision data. The nitrogen still shows very low. See, we're at 5 on nitrogen here. Huh. It doesn't appear that it's doing anything either. Huh. Well, we might be selling this roller too. Because all it is doing is just mushing down the ground. It is turning it darker, like it's fertilizing it, but it's not showing up. I don't think I have to turn this roller on or anything like that. Yeah, nothing is happening. That is very strange. Yep, I'm not getting any nitrogen there in the menu, so looks like I'm making 2 runs down to the shop. We're going to sell this roller because I have no idea what it does now with precision farming, and we're going to sell the baler. So we'll get rid of that, and then next time we'll be back getting ready to harvest. We'll buy a harvester and hopefully have much better luck. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Click that thumbs up button on the video. If you hadn't done so already, I'd appreciate you subscribing to the channel. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.